Good morning, students. So, today we are going to learn chapter number 4, E-commerce and E-governance. In this chapter, we are going to see the concepts related to e-commerce and e-governance. We will see what do you mean by e-commerce. E-commerce is a most important aspect of online buying and selling of goods. So here the first term comes as commerce, so which is a very important part of a business. Without commerce, you can't do any online trading of goods and services. In simple words, if you want to define, so commerce is nothing but the buying and selling of goods. Whatever products we purchase or whatever product we sell, so that is nothing but a commerce. In old, the barter system was used for trading. In today's world, we use the concept which is known as e-commerce. So, we will see the definition of e-commerce. That is, e-commerce can be broadly defined as the process of buying and selling of goods or services by using the electronic medium such as internet. Now you know the definition of internet. So, internet means the network of networks, a large network which we define as a internet. So with the help of internet, whatever we purchase, whatever we sell, that is known as a e-commerce. For example, nowadays we have n number of sites, that is Amazon or Flipkart or Snapdeal, or we have the Quicker, you know, the OLX also, where there is a trading between the customer and customer. So whatever we do with the help of internet, that is known as a e-commerce. So e-commerce is also referred as a paperless exchange of business information using EDI, that is electronic data interchange, email, electronic fund transfer. So papers are not required to do the exchange of business. Directly with the help of these electronic means, we can directly do the trading of goods and services. The next one is, hope you have understood e-commerce concept. Now we will see the difference between the traditional commerce and e-commerce. As I told earlier, the barter system was used for the traditional commerce, and nowadays we have the concept which is known as a e-commerce, which is a broad concept in today's world. Now let us see the differences between the traditional commerce and e-commerce. Now see, the traditional commerce focuses on the exchange of products and services through personal interactions, so it is a manual. That means face-to-face communication was there in the traditional commerce in old days. In e-commerce, all the trading activities are done online with the help of internet and can be considered as automatic. That is, automatically we see the products, automatically we do the payment, and automatically we receive the product at our home. Second difference is traditional commerce is limited to business hours, mostly during the day. So there is a fixed timing, say 10 to 5 for the traditional commerce. But e-commerce, as we use the internet anytime, anywhere, so 24 by 7, all 365 days it is available to us. As far as consumer interaction are concerned, traditional commerce provides face-to-face interaction. But here in e-commerce, it is known as screen-to-face interaction. That is, if web camera is available to us, directly we can able to see with the person which is talking to us on the other side. Or there is a concept which is known as a teleconferencing. If you have any doubts, if you want to start a business and if you have any doubts, so with the help of the authorized person, the trained person, we can do online chatting also. So it is a screen to face interaction. Traditional commerce is limited to a particular geographical location. For example, if the business heads in Pune, so it is limited to Pune only. That is, a fixed geographical location is used. But as e-commerce is global, that is worldwide it is spread, so it has no physical limitations. Modes of payment in traditional commerce include cash, checks, and credit cards. But now in e-commerce, the modes of payments are bank transferred, which is known as e-banking, credit card, e-wallet, mobile payment, and many more like Google Pay, Phone Pay, or Paytm. Goods and delivery of services is instant with traditional commerce. In e-commerce, delivery of goods or services takes some time because the order takes time, the delivery takes time. So a little bit it is a time consuming process. And the most important difference is traditional commerce, the scope is local, and in e-commerce, the scope is global, that is worldwide spread. So hope you have understood the difference between the traditional commerce and e-commerce. So main points are underlined, so you just go through it. Now, the next one is advantages of e-commerce. Now, e-commerce has various advantages like it has a global scope, electronic transaction, cost saving, anytime shopping, no intermediaries, and the public services. So, first one we will see that is the global scope. As we have seen in the differences that e-commerce provides you all the sellers and buyers with a global reach. We can do a global search. Now sellers and buyers can meet in the virtual world without barrier of place, which is known as a geography. That is with the help of teleconferencing they can meet, with the WhatsApp chatting they can do. So it has a wide scope, which is also called as a global scope. Second, electronic transaction as e-commerce reduces the paperwork, that is no papers are required and significantly lowers the transaction cost. So e-commerce enables the use of credit cards, debit cards, smart cards, electronic fund transfer via bank website and other modes of electronic payment like Paytm, Phone Pay, online pay. So here net banking facility is also available to do the electronic transactions. Third one is the cost saving as e-commerce application provides users with more options to compare and select the cheaper and better option. It helps in reducing the cost of searching a product. Commerce has enabled the rural areas to access services and products which are otherwise not available today. That means it has reached to the village also. Anytime shopping as it is available 24 by 7 for all 365 days. So it is convenient for the customers to do shopping anytime. The website is functional at all the time, so it does not have any working hours like a shop. Now electronic commerce allows the customers and business to be in touch directly without any intermediaries. There is no intermediate person in between, so whatever purchase or whatever trading is done within the customer and business that goes smoothly. This allows for quick communication as well as the transactions. And the last one is public services. So e-commerce helps the government to deliver the public service such as healthcare, education, social services at a reduced cost and in an improved manner. So it has reached everywhere in the world. So e-commerce is very much important and these are certain advantages of e-commerce.